Welcome everyone, this is Destiny 2 in 4K on the PC, my friends. I'm using the Warlock class with the Dawnblade subclass, a brand new subclass for the Warlock class, and you're going to be seeing the game maybe for the first time actually on PC, since Destiny 1 obviously was not on PC, and this release is very, very exciting indeed. I actually put a lot of time into Destiny 1. You may have seen my original videos when the game very first came out all those years ago, and a few more recently of me bringing my character up to 400 lights, and hopefully you guys really enjoy this early gameplay. But I got an E3 last week when I was in LA, and I was so excited for this game. And I just remembered I did a top 5 games I was most excited for E3, and I forgot to put this video in it. So if you guys were wondering why, I literally forgot. Honestly, I'm so excited for this game, and within this video, I'm going to let you guys enjoy and watch the gameplay, see some of the different weapons, because I switch up my weapons constantly throughout this playthrough. And I'm also going to answer your questions about Destiny 2, what I think of it, what I want to do with Destiny 2 here on the channel, and it's just going to be a good time all around. Give it a thumbs up if you're excited for Destiny 2 and like what you're seeing so far. And let's jump into the questions, because I put out this tweet earlier today saying, guys, throw any questions my way about Destiny 2 and we will answer it right here for you guys. First things first, I am not a big PC player. You guys know I've been playing a little bit more recently, some Ballistic Overkill. I've also been playing some Counter-Strike Go, but for me the PC is a fairly new platform. I'm more comfortable with the controller, but one thing I will say is that with the controller aim acceleration on the consoles for Destiny 1 and 2, which is where it starts off a little bit slow and gets a little bit quicker, I much prefer being on PC, having that pinpoint accuracy where it's just you move and it aims as you move. I really like that, and I really want to get it better at PC Destiny. I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. So guys, let's jump into your questions about Destiny 2 and give you guys the knowledge alley bombs about what I'm going to be doing with this game and what I think of it so far. So David asks, are you going to do a Destiny 2 series? So, I put my hands up in a minute. I didn't do as much Destiny 1 console as I should have done really for the amount of time I've actually put into the game. I know that Destiny is a hardcore community. You guys talk about year 1 Destiny players, year 2 Destiny players, and year 3 Destiny players, and I have actually technically been there since the beta, since year 1. I just haven't had a chance to play it as much as I want to. And obviously with this game coming out in September, it's coming out actually on September the 6th. However, it's worth noting that the PC release date is going to be a few months behind. Unfortunately, it means that it will clash a little bit with Call of Duty, which is coming out obviously every year in November, but I'm going to try and get heavily invested in Destiny 2 this year, a lot more than I did with the first game, and bring you guys as much videos as possible. So definitely look out for some Destiny 2 videos, maybe a full-on series. It's up to you guys. If this video goes down well, it definitely could happen, David. Next up, we got a question from... Here we go, from Malcolm. Malcolm asks, what's your favorite character within Destiny? I guess you mean class. I used the Hunter a load within Destiny 1. I was mad about the golden gun. We'd always whip that out in PvP and think I was the biggest, most badass player in the world. But actually, it's not the craziest thing in the world to pull off a 3-piece with the golden gun, but I absolutely loved the Hunter. I liked the way he moved. I liked his abilities. I liked the subclasses he had on offer as well. However, I was actually really excited to use the Dawnblade class with the Warlock specifically, so I'm really glad I got a chance to do that in this video, because this subclass looks absolutely amazing, and I could turn into a Warlock player. However, as you'll see towards the end of this gameplay, I am rubbish with the whole sort of like hover jump basically that the Warlock gets, and that could put me off it, unfortunately. We'll see. I don't know. What do you guys think? If you've got a specific class in mind, the Titan, the Warlock, or the Hunter for Destiny 2, let me know down below in the comment section. Next up, we have a question from Michaela, and she asked, will you be collaborating with any other YouTubers on this game? So, I actually really love the Destiny community. They're such knowledgeable, like, gamers that love Destiny so much, and I'm very close with Unknown Player Andrew, More Console Alan, Bife is also a great Destiny YouTuber. There's loads of them out there. And I actually talked to them loads on my trip to E3, because we're all sent out by Activision, and I definitely want to collaborate with them. They're always telling me to hit them up with some raids or some Trials of Osiris, and I still need to get around to doing it, so definitely look out for collaborations, because we get along so well, and they're such supportive guys that, yes, definitely, Michaela, long answer short, I would definitely be collaborating with other people for this game, for sure. This game's great with other people. Next up, we have Boorish Rat. Interesting name. Do you prefer PvP or PvE? A very good question. So, me and Claire played a lot of Destiny this year. Claire is more towards the PvE side, where you're just fighting waves of enemies and big bosses at the end. And although this is PvE right here, I am definitely more of a competitive PvP player. And I'd say, honestly, having not played a lot of Destiny, that I picked up Crucible quite quickly. Now, I know a lot of you guys will say that really Trials of Osiris is where the competitive plays go down, which is fair enough, but I also played a lot of the Iron Banner, did fairly well in that, and I definitely want to focus, I think, on PvP, and obviously I'll still do PvE as well, but I am more of a PvP player at the moment, at least. Who knows? Could change. We'll see what happens, but I love myself some competitive PvP for sure. Next up, we've got CL Gamer 12, who asked, and I think your name's Caleb, so hello, Caleb. How did you get into Destiny and why do you like it? What are the pros, cons, and how long have you been a Destiny fan for? So, as I said, people love to jump on the fact that, because I posted quite a few videos this year of me really playing it a lot and getting all the way up to 400 light. At this point here, I died, by the way, guys. I had to revert back just a little bit. But I absolutely love these weapons. Absolutely love just mixing it up with the auto rifles, using the scout rifles, the pulse rifles, all of them. And the hand cannons are ridiculous as well with Destiny 2. So strong. But back to the question. I started playing Destiny actually in the beta and played it a lot. Went to a lot of early gameplay events about 3 years ago, maybe even 4 years ago at E3, believe it or not. And played the game so much. I told a story a few times, but played the game so much when it first came out, I had to stop myself from playing it because it was making me not do any YouTube videos. That's why I went off it for quite a while. But then with the Iron Banner and the Rise of Iron DLC, I got super into it. I think for someone that likes an FPS game that visually, I mean, look at it. It's absolutely beautiful. It's definitely got a bigger learning curve, especially for PvP. And if you love just to shoot loads of waves of enemies and get into the lore a little bit more, then PvE's for you. It's a great FPS game. If you haven't played it, I definitely recommend it. Next up, we've got a question from Venomous Rot Gaming. And does it play the same as the first Destiny? So just an obvious question, but a question I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering. It plays and obviously looks very similar to the first Destiny, and I was a bit concerned when actually the reveal for this game showed that the heads-up display or the HUD is almost identical to the first one, and I know it's a silly thing to nitpick about, but in my opinion, if you're going to make a V2 or a Destiny 2, I felt like the HUD and everything need to be upgraded a little bit more. It's basically like taking a formula which has done really well in the form of Destiny 1 and just being like, yo, let's just do it bigger and better and, you know, refine the experience, which is what they've done with Destiny 2. And here we're jumping on towards the end of the mission, by the way, guys. Gotten through most of it, but we're finishing off with a big boss battle and more enemies at this point as well. So it does play very similar to the first Destiny. If you like that, then hey, you're going to get more of the same, my friends. Aqua's interesting name says, what was your favorite weapon to use within the E3 version of the game? So I always get the pulse rifles. Let me get this right. The pulse rifles, scout rifles are quite like, but I'm not more of a scout rifles, guys. It's the pulse rifles and also, oh my god, the name is escaping me right now. Basically, the burst assault rifles, the primary weapons, are the ones that I always use and really like. You can see me using them here, and they're so deadly. And when you get headshots with them, they're absolutely amazing. Claire was amazing with scout rifles. Was very good at getting those headshots. But just look how quickly I'm mowing these people down. I feel like I can be so much more accurate and so much better with these guys. That's it. They are pulse rifles. There's fusion rifles is your secondary, and pulse rifles is your primary. I'm sorry. I doubt my own Destiny knowledge sometimes, and I think pulse rifles have always been my favorite type of weapons for sure. I think they always just killed a lot quicker for me. I've used them in PvP and PvE almost all the time. Next up, a question from Terrence. He says, why do you think Bungie decided to only add one new subclass per character, and does it feel like enough to want a new game? So I talked about the fact that I felt like visually and HUD-wise, like, it's not that much different to the first one, but then, hey, the first one did things so well, but, like, COD doesn't look the same every year, you know what I mean? Modern Warfare 3 got slated so much for looking too like Modern Warfare 2, and I feel like these guys have gotten off the hook a little bit for not changing the visuals in terms of, like, the heads-up display enough, but I am nitpicking it. I'm sure a lot of you guys really don't care. That's the only really gripe I can say about it. And hey, Destiny 1 is such a great game. Why change too many things? You know what I mean? Only adding one subclass per character. I mean, they added new subclasses into the release of Destiny 1, so I assume they're going to add more subclasses into Destiny 2 as we go along. If you want more of what you got in Destiny 1, then this is going to be it. It's going to be bigger and better PvP, bigger and better PvE, more subclasses, more weapons, bigger allocations of weapons throughout your primary and secondary as well. So I'd say it's worth it, and this game looks crazy. It definitely looks crazy. Next question comes from Elliot and says, do you feel like you're going to play Destiny 2's PvP and how do you feel like you're going to like Destiny 2 PvP and how it's changed? So for those guys that don't know, Elliot has basically pointed out the fact that PvP has changed from 6v6, at least in Crucible, to 4v4, sorry. And Some people seem to like that, some people don't. A lot of you guys were asking me about this when I put out this tweet and want to know what I think of it. I think it's good. I do think it's good. I think competitive Destiny is so fun to watch and at least so fun to play. Like, I love it. I had so much fun taking it so seriously. And I think focusing on 4x4, and here you can see me absolutely failing with the Warlock's jump, by the way. I'm terrible. And with the keyboard, I was like spamming the spacebar, like how the frick to get up there. I was getting so mad, so mad. That's one of the reasons I don't use it as much, just me being an absolute big noob. But I think focusing on 4v4 is great. It means a heavier emphasis on competitive multiplayer. And I really want to see Destiny move towards a competitive multiplayer, and maybe even having tournaments. I think it'd be absolutely amazing. So I think it's a good change, Elliot. I really like it. Got a few more questions here. Jake asks, are you going to play the beta when it comes out? Of course I'm going to play the beta. So just like Call of Duty World War 2 is having a beta, Destiny 2 is having a beta as well, and I will definitely be getting involved, guys. Bring you live commentaries, bring you videos, and I'm going to get heavily invested. And the more I think about it, really, September to November is a good time period to have in between a Call of Duty game and a Destiny game. So I think I'm going to get so hooked in this game. Just watch out, man. Just watch out. I'm going to absolutely love it. So yes, Jake, I will definitely be playing the beta. Expect videos, and it should be really good time. And finally, Dalen Cower asks, is it a must-buy for someone who has never played Destiny before? I probably should have put this question right at the beginning. Definitely, Dalen, sorry. We said how it's not too different to Destiny 1, and Destiny 1 was such a great game. If you haven't played Destiny 1, this is a time to jump into Destiny 2. You can see me here pulling out the Dawnblade subclass and using the super. I was trying to basically ground slam the map to go all the way to the bottom because I knew it was at the end here. I didn't quite make it. So guys, we're coming to the end of the video here. Hopefully you enjoyed all the answers to my questions. Basically, short summary, Destiny 2 is looking amazing. So glad it's on PC. Sucks the release date's a little bit later, but I'm definitely playing both the beta and the full release of the game. So expect more content here on the channel. I cannot wait to get heavily invested in it. And hopefully you guys are just excited as I am. So give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on Destiny 2 down below. I'll see you guys in another video.